What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, my people? What's going on? It's your boy once again with another episode of that good old fashioned foolery. Man, y'all got to check this out. We got something to talk about tonight. You got something to talk about. Y'all saw the title, right? You saw the title. What is this thing? Black fatigue, or better yet, I call it ghetto fatigue. But they're calling it black fatigue. All right. What is it? What is it that everyone is getting tired of? Well, I can tell you what that is. They tired of the foolery, people. And that's why I call it ghetto fatigue, because it ain't all black people. It's kind of like when the Karen, episode went out when the epidemic was going on. Everybody was calling those weird people the Karens. And then the white people start checking the Karens like, no, it ain't all of us. Those are Karens. We're the other white people. That's how it is with this. We're not the black fatigue. That's the ghetto fatigue. Because black people are tired of these certain people getting out in these spaces and showing their butts. They're tired of it. All right. So this is where we at. Now, I was watching a few videos and I noticed a lot of servers. And I always wondered about the servers because they get a little tired of all the BS that's going on with a lot of our people. Let's get it. We see it in the restaurants all the time. We see where a young person getting treated real bad by a group of people that look like us. Let's just be real. And they are speaking out now. A lot of them are just sick and tired of dealing with the mess. I mean, they go through a lot. They just tired dealing with it. And I agree. I've seen it sitting in another seat. They get up, big groups. They have a person running around like the head chopped off. They loud to them, mean to them, but then they don't tip them. It gets so bad where sometimes me and my wife, we would tip a little extra, especially if that person's working at our table. We'll give them a little extra because I know they didn't. You know what I mean? Because we always tip well. My wife, when she was in college and all that stuff, she worked as a server. So we know how to. I'll even ask her sometimes, like, what should I give this on this? She got the number I always calculate, 18% or more, So I always over tip. And I tell everybody you should start tipping these people because y'all run them ragged and a lot of you disrespectful. Y'all disrespectful as you know what. But let's chime in on a few people. Now, I got two people on here that they're tired of it. They sick and tired of it. One boy said it just drives him crazy to see certain groups. So we're going to pop this in and see it a little bit. Then we're going to talk about it. And y'all make sure y'all hit me up in the comments. Make sure if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, share button. And let's just have this conversation, guys. Get in that chat. Let me know what y'all think about this. Are you sick and tired of it? Like I said, it's black. They saying black fatigue, but I say ghetto fatigue because it's the ghetto ones. It's the ghetto. Y'all know what I mean when I say that. The ones that don't know any better, that they stepped up in the wrong lane and they bringing that mess with them and they messing up the party. So let's bring this young man in here and let's see what he's talking about. Let's see. I can get him up in here real quick. Oh, sorry, because he works at the Waffle House. Check him out.
Same black lady came in. Black people are the most annoyingly entitled people you'll ever have to deal with. I used to work at Waffle House and this same black lady came in every single day. And when I tell you she was the most entitled, broke person you'll ever meet, she would police the entire process. She came in there every day, got a sausage, egg, and cheese grit bowl. She wanted her eggs cooked like they were made at the house. She wanted her sausage burnt just the right type of way. She wanted the cheese melted just right. She wanted the grits to be the perfect consistency. When she walked in every day, I would have to show her the grits to make sure she agreed with how they were made. And she wouldn't just tell me what she wanted. She would sit on the high counter right next to the cook and police the entire process. As the cook is cooking and we're in a busy store, she's sitting there trying to tell him specific ways he needs to be flipping the eggs, telling him to hurry up and take off the sausage before it gets cooked too much. She would always rush me every day because she had to get to work. Like, I give a and it's like, I would be cool with all this if she ever tipped me anything. But no, nothing. She would be my most annoying customer of the day, and she never tipped me $1. No.
Hold that right there. Do y'all know anyone like this? I'm telling you, I know some people like this. I know some people that start cursing and being rude to the waiter or waitress before they even order the food. As soon as we sit down, they have an attitude with the waiter or the waitress. And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of you women are the ones. And if it's a female, a waitress, oh my God, y'all dog them out so bad. I don't even know why. Why are you yelling at them and treating the person who's gonna be carrying around your food and serving you? They got your food in their hands. They go in the back and you calling them names and talking about, why would you do something? I'd be so worried that y'all gonna do something to my food. That's why I'm so polite, man. I don't want none of that hot tour on my damn spoon. Y'all must be out y'all mind, man. Y'all be so disrespectful knowing these people are in control of your food. I don't get it. But y'all women are the worst. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all are the worst when it comes to this right here. Y'all just terrible.
No matter how nice I was, never $1. This is where I kind of started to be racist, I guess, when it comes to serving black people. I can't. I'm not gonna treat y'all as good as I treat everyone else because I know I'm gonna get treated like, and y'all aren't gonna tip me $1. Don't get me started on if a family of black people walked in. Oh my God, I would damn near start crying. I would ask every other server there, like, can y'all please serve this table? Please. I do not feel like it.
Hold on before we get to her, man. Dude about to have a damn panic attack. I mean, look, guys, look. We got to do better. I ain't gonna say we. You guys got to do better. You ladies definitely got to do better. Because a lot of this is you. And y'all can say what you want to say. But a lot of this stuff are coming from you females. You guys are the ones that's running up these bills, don't want to tip, don't want to pay for the bill, don't want to pay for certain items that you done chewed off or half drink. And then y'all got the nerve to walk out without paying the bill. When y'all start doing this? When? Y'all, it's so embarrassing that it's getting hard to get reservations for groups of black people now at restaurants because they having so many people walk out without paying. They got to chase them down. Large group. I saw a group of 19, 18 walk out. Only one couple paid. Got up and walked out because they taxed on an 18% gratuity because any groups over 6, 18% gratuity. That's why I say some people don't need to come out because you don't know about this. So when you come out in these big groups and eat at certain places, they're going to tack on that automatically because they know people don't tip. And you got 2 people or 1 person serving 18 people. You run them ragged for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then you don't tip them anything. So you waste not only that time, but that girls or male or the guy's precious time. So they tack that on there. But they got mad, didn't understand it, and got up and walked out without paying anything. So of course, police chased all them down. But if you think I'm lying about this, I want y'all to check this out. Look. They're gonna take a bathroom. Now, so y'all catch up what's going on with this. Look at the top. Women ran out on their bill, but forgot their keys. So they had to come back. Ain't that something? Now, how embarrassed, because all these people out here know that they walked out on their bill. All right? So this is where we're at with that. I want to make sure y'all understand this. Y'all went to the bathroom?
Hold up. Time to go sit it.
Get him, shorty. Shot town. Shot town. Shot town. Get him, shorty. Shot town. Yeah, y'all shouldn't have walked out. Pay your bill.
Yeah, y'all left them keys.
Y'all shouldn't have walked out.
The world's dumbest criminals.
Wow.
Y'all making us look bad.
Yeah, dumb.
Now just imagine. Just imagine. You out, dressed up, going out and everything. Go to these nice restaurants, and then y'all try to walk out on the bill and get caught. See, lucky they didn't call the police on her, to be honest. Like, if they'd have called the police back, and that would have been a terrible situation. But this is what gets me with that. What makes you think it's okay to do that? See, that's the part, like, who raised you? See, that's the part. Who raised you? Because this is a thing now. This is an ongoing thing where a lot of people are going and getting services and not wanting to pay. You see it in the hair industry, you see it in the nail industry, and now it's in the restaurant industry. I just saw a video of a young lady girl worked on her head for 4 hours. And then the woman turned around and said, "Oh, I don't have my money. Can I pay you next week?" She worked on this girl for 4 hours, putting braids in, knowing she didn't have any money, and said, "Can I pay you next week?" Where else would someone do that? Where? I bet you they won't go in no other place like that and ask for a type of service like that. No, they wouldn't. But this is what they're doing now. So this is where all the fatigue is coming from. People getting tired of it. You see the Carnival cruise, people on there just, man, we was cruising on there back in 2009, having a ball. Wasn't no issues. People get drunk, they escort them to their room. You have somebody else escort you to the room. Sleep it off. Get it started back up the next day. Party in the place all night. You'll meet people. Have a good time. Not an issue. But now, people in the hallways, kicking on doors, fighting, throwing drinks, jumping on people in the elevator. I mean, all type of stuff going on now on those cruises. So I get it, but I don't get it because I don't understand, because these are adults doing this. A few of them are the kids, but majority are adults doing it. So I don't understand why you guys are getting on certain things and acting like children. And a cruise, you done spent that money. So I don't know why you want to get on there and act a fool. And they'll leave your ass out in the Bahamas somewhere and you have to fly home. So I guess y'all don't get that memo. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But the restaurant business is getting terrible, terrible. And this young lady here, she had her spiel with it. And then we're going to hit some comments that came after this video. Check this out.
To address the top 2 or 3 stereotypes that there are about Black people coming into a restaurant or dining in. Number 1, the main stereotype that you hear is they don't tip well. The standard tip is 20%, right? If you're going to tip, the standard is 20%.
Actually, 18.
A lot of African Americans don't tip at all. Listen,
that is true.
I'm a restaurant server, and I'm a Black one, right? So we work for people's change, and I don't care what ethnicity you are. So with me working for tips, that means I don't see skin color. All I see is money. So I don't have a reason to lie. And I could honestly say, as a server, when I go out and dine somewhere, you always tip based on service. I don't care. I stand by that. You tip based on service. You receive good service, please tip accordingly. You receive bad service, please tip accordingly. Boom. African Americans, not all, but the majority, and I'm talking at least 80%, do not tip appropriately A lot of them don't even tip at all. Okay. The number 2 stereotype. They are very cheap. They will run you ragged, be mean to you, and be rude to you for you not to even receive a tip, for them not even to, spend a lot on their bill. They'll be asking, "Oh my God, the mac and cheese is $7. Oh my God, they mean to you, right?" And I see it all the time. I can honestly say I see it happen to my Caucasian co-workers a lot. I work in the exact same industry. When I serve an African American table, I don't give you the impression that you could be rude to me. If you ain't gonna tip, that's your choice. You gonna ask 1,000 questions about the menu that you didn't know before you ever got here. That's your choice. But being mean and rude to me, and I don't give a damn who you are, because you can take that tip and you can shove it right where the sun don't shine.
Okay, let's back it up because you see she's a little upset. But this was like she kept saying stereotype. It's not a stereotype. It's actually the truth. You know, a lot of black people don't tip, and it starts out as young people. My son, even when he was in high school, I always taught him how to, make sure you tip, make sure you be courteous, don't act out in, certain restaurants and public and all these things. Even he said he hated going out with some of his friends because they wouldn't tip. And they had one female friend who would always be rude to the server. She would always be rude. He said no matter where they went, she was always rude. He said to the point where him and this girl stopped going with them, going to eat and stuff. That's how bad it was. And she refused to give more than $1 tip, no matter what they ate, drank, or whatever. And so you see adults doing this. Man, I remember it was in an Applebee's. It was years ago. That's how long this stuff been going on. Two African-American women came in, dressed really nice, like business women. Dressed nice. They went and sat in the far corner, a little loud, laughing, all that stuff. But okay, because we sitting over in our corner. We was over there on our lunch break. And this young little white girl was serving her. Young, like she looked like she was about 17, but she had to be a little older being at that time of the day. So she's probably about 20, 21. And they were giving this girl such a hard time. They was giving her such a hard time. When she walked back, you can see her face red and tears in her eyes. And they had her running back and forth with their plate. Oh, this ain't enough. This ain't this. This ain't that. And the little girl would start shaking. And so we had even said something to her like, relax, don't let it get to you, all this stuff. And the manager went over and talked to the ladies to try to see if anything they could do to help. And they complained about the girl. Now, they just got their food. And what it was is they was trying to make a fuss so they don't have to pay for it. They ate all the food and left the girl 3 pennies. 3 pennies as a tip. I was like, come on, really? And these were business women. Left the girl 3 shiny pennies, left them all on their heads, sticking up, laughing, and walked out. So it was like we was all in uniform. This is still when I was in the military, so we was all still in uniform. So no, we all gave the girl about $10 each. It was like 5 of us. We gave the girl about $10 each. But it was just crazy how they was intentionally being rude to this little girl. And the girl was trying to be as nice and courteous as she could. And they were just giving her a business, man. And it was like, damn, what is going on? Because the girl had served us and she was fine. She went over to serve them and they made every little thing an issue. So for about 40 minutes, they just made that girl day terrible. And that's why I say I've seen it. I see this stuff all the time. I was like, it couldn't be me. I couldn't work in this business because I would have been said cursing people out. But I want y'all to see some of these comments, man. This is what's crazy out here. Okay, so unfortunately, as a black man, I have to agree. We are the worst tippers to the point that I go out my way to over tip. See, I do the same thing. If you're black and they ignore you in a restaurant, this is unfortunately the reason. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Let's see the next one. Let's see if I can blow that up a little bit. As a black server, we actually get it worse from black women than anybody else. I said that. As a black woman, I tip good because I used to be a waitress. I never leave a mess because it shows your class level when you don't tip and leave a mess. I agree. But like I said before, a lot of people say, like, I see a lot of women doing it. Just like that last video where the women walked out. I've never seen guys, not since I was in high school, get up and walk out. I haven't seen guys get up and do it, but I have seen several women get up and walk out the restaurant like it's nothing. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I ain't trying to go to jail over no damn food. I'm just not. And some people seem to think it's okay. I guess you want to go to jail over some damn pasta, go right ahead, man. That's all I can say. Okay, this one here. My daughter served in an Outback Steakhouse in Philly. She has had a party of 15 black people on Mother's Day. They ran up quite a bill and stiffed her on her tip. Then they stayed a long time, being loud and obnoxious. She told me I hate serving black groups. This was black fatigue over 10 years ago. It has been happening for a long time. Okay. I do agree on that, though. I do agree. We just didn't have a name for it. We were just sick and tired of it. This one lady said her biggest, what she hate to see is a group of people coming in on Sunday. A large church group come in. You know, they come in after church. You know how they go. They go to these buffet restaurants and stuff and sit down and lounge for about a good 2.5 hours. She said the better dressed they are, the worse they're going to tip. She said they never want to tip well if they tip, but they want you to serve them and serve them and serve them. She said, I hate working on Sundays. I hate working big groups like that. And you got to think about it. Why are we like that? I mean, and a lot of times we have black servers serving us. Even the women I read about last month that walked out on their bill was black women going to a black-owned restaurant and walked out on the bill because they said it took too long for them to bring the bill. It took over 10 minutes, so they got up and walked out. They walked out, went on Instagram, thanked them for the free food, forgot they made reservations online for that restaurant. So they had all their information. Dummies, right? About like the women walking out, leaving the keys. So they got up with them. And then come to find out, one of the ladies that walked out was actually a black restaurant owner herself. She's had a taco business. So you're a black restaurant owner yourself, walking out on another black restaurant owner and made a joke about it. So tell me, what is the H going on, man? This makes no sense to no one. I mean, people get mad because what they call it, but let's just break it down. Why is that a thing? Why is this a thing? Why is it everywhere something is going on now, a group of people show up and mess it up? Trail rides. Man, my brother-in-law and nephew, they've been going to these things for years. Never heard any, and they said, man, it's so cool and laid back. We was about to start going. Man, I got my boots and everything. He's like, don't show up with no sneakers now. You got to put your boot, got to get some boots. Got you, nephew, got you. Then all this shit start happening. All you have to do is look around, see who don't have the boots on. Them the ones causing the problems. Every time. People showing up because Boots on the Ground song hit. Now everybody want to show up to the trail rides. But now you want to show up like you back in the hood in the ghetto, coming out to the wood where it was nice and peaceful and quiet. You can't stand it. It's too quiet for you. It's too cool. It's too laid back. You don't know what to do in that type of environment. You used to chaos. So the first thing you do when you get there, I need to turn this mess up. You see what I'm saying? Man, F this. Drinking straight tequila bottles. Just, you know it's about to get, and you can't handle your stuff. So the first thing you want to do, and then it's a lot of you women fight. I ain't never seen so many women fight in my life. You are constantly fighting at every event. Who fights at a Beyonce event? You know how much those tickets cost? Women down on the floor fighting. What? Saw two women fighting at a kindergarten graduation last week. At a kindergarten graduation, two women on the ground fighting. People grabbing their kids, running, all this crazy stuff. Guess what color they were? It's embarrassing to see this shit, man. It is real embarrassing. And I know a lot of people don't like me talking like this because, oh, why did you tell them about them? Why are you talking about them? Because I'm talking about us. That's why. Them don't affect me. That's why. Those are representations of me. So you doing what you're doing make all the rest of us look like we're part of that. You see how that works? So when y'all go in a restaurant and screaming, cussing at some 16-year-olds and 15-year-olds over a cheeseburger because they didn't put the cheese on your cheeseburger, yeah, that's a representation of us too. When y'all go to the schools wearing booty shorts for your kids' kindergarten graduation, ass out, cheeks out, high heels, stomach out at a kindergarten graduation. That's a representation of us. But y'all don't get it because y'all getting your feeling before you get it. And people trying to tell you, y'all need to chill with all this stuff because it's not a good look. They don't care about, I can do what I want to do. The thing is, you should be respectable about what you do and how you do it. And we're not doing that anymore. We out here just looking bad, man. We looking bad. I'm sorry to say it, but we are looking terrible out here. Every time something is going on, there's a group of us out here messing it up. I don't know what's going on, whether it's in the water or what. It's so bad that you got black people trying to avoid black people. That's how bad it is. And some of y'all just don't get it. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't care. I mean, what's the end of this, man? So how's this gonna end? That's my biggest thing about this. We keep doing all this stuff. Not we, you all keep doing this stuff. Where's it gonna end? Because there's no getting better or a happy ending coming to this. The only thing gonna come up, some new law is gonna come out that's gonna shut it down. That's what's gonna happen. You go in someplace showing out, acting up, you're gonna get an extra charge. You go do this at the school, you're gonna get extra charge. They're already coming up with a dress code for parents. They do at the schools. They have dress codes for the parents at some of these schools because the parents were coming up there in booty shorts, pajamas, bonnets, bedroom shoes, all kind of shit. Everything except regular clothes. So they had to put a dress code up there. Disney gonna be the next one because a lot of you going up there with your butts out around all these kids. Disney is a kid thing. But all these moms with their kids got their butts out, which I don't know why, because y'all sitting on stuff that 1,000 people are sitting on. And y'all putting y'all skin on this stuff. You see what I'm saying? I don't understand how y'all can just think that this is okay to do, putting skin on y'all out in public on this stuff. Y'all got y'all butts out like that. And some of y'all, let's be real, it's not a good look, man. Let's just be honest. Some of these outfits do not supposed to be on some of you. But your friends won't tell you, your family won't tell you. So it is what it is on that. But there will be dress codes coming out soon. You can best believe that. You best believe that. And some of you are going to be mad, but guess what? You can either comply or stay out. That's simple as that. Restaurants, y'all gonna start getting locked up, man. It's gonna kill us on trying to have group settings now because they're gonna think everybody trying to have group things and don't want to pay. I was on a live one day talking, and I was telling, I was on somebody else's live. We were doing this group live, and I was telling them that eventually they're gonna stop taking these big groups when they know they're Black people. And this woman said, I never thought of that. And I was wondering why I was having such a hard time booking some reservations for my family of 12. I'll say, yeah, that's probably what it was. They probably figured by the dialect or your voice, you know, that you might be African-American. And they were like, no, we don't have nothing. Because there's too much stuff happening now. And you can't fault them because they white or Black or whatever. It's business. You can't keep coming in here and wrecking my business, working my people, and then walk out. You just can't do it. Where they do that at? I mean, let's be real. Nobody goes to somebody else's business and allowed to just treat their employees like crap, don't tip, make a mess, get loud, and it's supposed to be okay. No. And I don't know what is going on with McDonald's, why everybody love to go to McDonald's and scream at those little teenagers. Y'all scream at these teenagers like they're making these patties themselves. Just think about how your kids are at home. Y'all know y'all don't teach them anything, right? So y'all don't teach them shit, no responsibility, then they get a job. They don't know what to really do. But then you got this adult showing up, screaming at them because you forgot onions on my sandwich. Just get a new sandwich. It makes no sense, man. It makes no sense whatsoever. So this is where we at now. You got servers getting fed up with serving us now. They're fed up. You know, they come. I can't remember last time I had a rude server. I mean, I really can't. It's been 100 years since I had one that she came to the table and didn't come back to the table, and I tipped her accordingly. And so, but other than that, man, that was probably 17 years ago. But most of the time when we sit down to eat, we don't have no issues. I tip well. I go back to the restaurants, whatever. Sometimes I like to go to the same areas, like sit in the same area so I get the same type of service if they're working. And so we got to change how we operating people. It's not a good look, man. I'm just telling you, it's not a good look. All these people talking, these comments, it ain't me saying it. I'm just talking about it. They're living it. Our people doing it. Nobody wants to talk about it. But it's out here now. Like I said, they saying Black fatigue, but I'm going to call it ghetto fatigue because it ain't everybody. It's a certain group that don't know how to act when they go somewhere. And that's the bottom line. Well, guys, I got to get up out of here. This is going to be a short one. Just want to discuss that a little bit, but we got to do better, man. We do. We really do. That's all I can say. Just try to do better, be better every day. Stop being the problem. Stop being the problem, people. That's all I can say. And with that, it's your boy, and I'm up out of here. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for those that did drop in, and I'm up out of here. Y'all take care. Peace.